If you're one of my subscribers, there's a high likelihood that you have seen some of my shorts that I showcase very unusual strategies and facts about Man vs. Machine, which I will play now at the same time. Wait, actually that's probably not a good idea. While I was playing with some friends, I said, hey, you can heal through this floor bit while we were on Manhattan, and they complained about me not showing that in the meta guide that I had made, which gave me the idea to make a video showcasing some of the more oddities in Man vs. Machine. Though these are things that just came to mind over the past month while I was playing the game. I'm sure I missed out on a lot and I will remember things later on, so if you're interested in seeing more random things, subscribe so you don't miss that. Also, if you have something that's super random that you know, please tell me so that I can consume more cursed knowledge. Robots do not spawn invincible. They can be damaged for a few ticks after they spawn. And if you happen to kill them during this window, they can sometimes show up as spectators. When players and robots are on top of each other, they want to actively eject whoever is on top. Medics have different hats in roam vision depending on what they will do. Long hats are medics that will pop, or uber medics, and those with hard hats will not pop under any condition. If too many things spawn at the same time, it will briefly lag the server. This is commonly seen at the start of waves. Dropped money is able to fall outside of grabbable areas. Usually it will auto pick up, but sometimes you're just screwed. If money is inside of a teleporter, you will not be able to pick it up unless the teleporter is moved. Money orbits the scout. So sometimes money will fling itself into spots that are highly unusual. You can get negative money if money is not picked up by the end of the wave, assuming that the next wave has started. Sentry Busters use the same model as the Demo Man and can be headshot. A good way to visualize this is by using a sapper, because the particle effects will appear where the head hitbox is. If you're using roam vision, it's in front of this triangle. Team killing is largely not a thing in Team Fortress 2, but Sentry Busters are able to kill anything that happens to get caught in the explosion. Something that isn't accounted for is that they don't show multiple kinds of teams in the kill feed if two people kill something, like how it would in Counter-Strike. So if you happen to assist the Sentry Buster in killing something, your name will appear in blue in the kill feed, instead of your normal red. If a Sentry Buster believes that it cannot get to you, it will simply blow up as a failsafe. However, if you have your sentry in your hands and manage to blow it up via console commands or dying, sometimes the Sentry Buster will believe that you are just going to fall and then it can get to the sentry gun that you're holding. Which means that sometimes you can just bug out Sentry Busters like this, where they just kind of have a little party. I call them party busters. Since robots are just player bots, they will wait in spectator before being put on a team. If a Sentry Buster spawns, the game will leave a few items on whoever the player they were spectating, only to just be floating there until the Sentry Buster dies. Busters deal explosive damage, which means that if you have high enough health or resistances, you can just live through the explosion. If you get pushed between the tank and a part of the map, you will get squished. Even if tanks appear outside of the map, they never become invulnerable, which means that you can damage them very early, which is especially true for manworks because the tank spawns don't actually have roofs on them. Tanks take 75% less damage from miniguns from the heavy, as in heavies only deal 25% damage to tanks when using the minigun. Tank bombs can actively be inside of the bomb hatch and be saved. If you upgrade firing speed with the heavy while revving, the pitch will actively increase as you upgrade. If you exit the spawn, swap loadouts, enter the spawn, go into the upgrade station, and then taunt while you are buying an upgrade, the game will update your loadout, but because you are taunting, it still wants to give you the last loadout you had, which causes you to T-pose, or A-pose for nerds. If you have canteen charges and accidentally buy another one, and then try and refund it, instead of giving you your original charges back, it will buy back all of the charges that you had, which means that you wasted a lot of money. Each canteen can hold its own charge, meaning that if it's Halloween, you're able to have 3 different canteen buffs. You just need to be able to swap loadouts. The half set 𝘬𝘰𝘮 is actually the same between Demo Knight and Soldier, which means that if you upgrade all of the damage upgrades from Demo Knight and then swap to Soldier, you won't be able to see the upgrades, but they are there, which means that you can do Samurai Soldier. If you walk away from the upgrade station with unconfirmed upgrades, they will automatically apply themselves. However, if you are in an offline server or exit the station too fast after clicking an upgrade, the upgrades will be refunded. The Scotsman Skullcutter has 3 damage upgrades, whereas most other melees have 4 damage upgrades. When each are fully upgraded, you'll deal less damage with the Scotsman Skullcutter because its base damage bonus is only 20%, which is 5% less than 1 damage upgrade at 25%. On Manworks, you're able to stand here if you jump at it the right way. It's not very useful, but you can just whatever. This roof that is found on Coal Town is not present during Ghost Town. On Rodenburg, there are various spots that you can just sit in, like this window, or this window frame, this sewer, or just doors and random just random things. If you want to blow up sentry busters early, the best spot on Rodenburg is this rock here, which you can line up with this smaller rock on top of the rock. Also, while we're on the rock, you can place something here on the end of the rock, which you can line up with this line that's on the ground. The cliff on the right side has a fence here, and there is a tiny little gap between these 2 fences. So if you're running a hit scan weapon, medigun, or the original, you are able to shoot through this. You won't be able to do this with any other rocket launcher or any projectile weapon because of the fact that your view model offsets where the projectile comes from. If you place a building while facing sideways, you will be able to place it a lot closer to things you normally couldn't place them by, which allows you to do things like place teleporters in spawn doors, tank gates, or even place sentries in a way that makes it look like they're floating. Well, that also works for any building too. However, if you place a teleporter this way on Rodenburg, you will find that the entrance will break when you're trying to go back through it. I do not know why this happens. But using this information, you are able to place a teleporter in the spawn gates on Big Rock, which means that if you're using the Eureka effect, you're able to just telefrag robots over and over again. Because ubered or invulnerable robots are still actually vulnerable to telefragging. It doesn't work on every wave, but it is something to do. Also, shout out Orange for showing me this. If you stand in front of a medic before the target robot dies, it will heal you instead of swapping to the syringe gun, which means you can't just walk around with a pet robot medic. Maybe even walking into various places. If you Uber yourself right before the bomb explodes, you can live outside of the explosion and clip out of bounds. If you enable roam vision, that big deployer thing, I actually don't know what it's called, is still under all of the pillars. It's just kind of, there. Hi! Welcome to the end of the video. Just super quickly before the video ends, I am wanting to start streaming over on twitch.tv/singularjame, as in like singular, but like yeah, whatever, you get it. I will definitely be playing a lot of MvM over there, but I also have a large backlog of games that I still need to get through. If you enjoy chaos or just want to see me suffer, head on over there because I do want more chaos, and more people means more chaos. If you want to support the channel further, I do have YouTube memberships open and a Patreon page, but both of them will give largely the same benefits, so it's, it's whatever. And the people you see on screen have been supporting me for quite some time, and it's great. I love them. But most importantly, if you are not able to throw money at me, please don't throw money at me. Please take care of yourself first. Just, it's a little like extra thing just to help me, but you don't need to. Don't do it if you don't need to. But also, if you want to, then do it. Any links that are necessary can be found in the description of this video. Also join my Discord.